arrived by courier. Are you ready? The itinerary for Senator's orientation meeting, list of current committee assignments, report of activities of the 95th Congress, rundown on pending legislation, and you're gonna love this, a great big map of Washington, D.C. I guess so you can find your way to Capitol Hill.
Well, I think you've known that since he was 12 years old.
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Truth.
Hi. Orientation stuff. Now, your plane leaves at 10:35. Bob and I are gonna take the 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Oh, I wanted to call the hotel and make sure of our reservations.
Yeah.
Is Mrs. Woodard, I suppose she's made her own arrangements.
No, Ray won't be coming on this trip.
I see. Okay, fine. I'll go call.
It was her decision, not mine.
Yeah, but how come? I figured she'd want to go.
She's afraid people might pick up on us making an item. She could be right.
Yeah, well, she probably is. Right now, anyway. You don't think she'll miss out on it?
No, she'll be plenty involved later on. She's just concerned about my reputation.
Did you tell her about going to see DeCourcy about the adoption?
No, I didn't. She doesn't know. She's not going to. She'd only throw a tantrum about my committing political suicide.
Yeah, that'd be too much said. It was a risky business, though. I mean, not that I don't understand why you did what you did, Frank. How'd it go?
He was okay.
Yeah?
Pretty decent.
Did you tell him the whole story?
I told him I'm Edmund's father.
Oh.
It's all right. I trust him. Realistically, what's he going to do? Start a scandal about his own party senator?
Well, I guess so.
I can't stop the adoption, Bobby. But I may have slowed it down.
Yeah. What'd you tell him?
Just the truth. That Seneca lied when he found out Edmund wasn't his child. I think the implications of that are pretty clear. He's a controlling personality and pretty unscrupulous when it comes to forcing what he wants. Jill's strong, too, but if that marriage does not last and the adoption goes through, then Edmund will be torn apart because Seneca will never let go.
Whew. How did he react to that?
He said he'd think about it. Maybe a longer waiting period would be more appropriate. Maybe a year instead of the usual 6 months.
Frank, you don't think the marriage is going to last? Jill and Seneca?
I doubt it. They may look like the perfect couple now.
You know, I may be out of line, but can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Are you thinking that the marriage is not going to last and you and Jill are going to get back together again?
Not at all, Bob.
Hmm?
Not at all. I'm thinking about my son and keeping Seneca's hands off of him. Now, it may be the only thing I'll ever be able to do for Edmund. But I'll damn well do it if I can.
Hello?
Mrs. Bolak, this is Judge DeCourcy.
Oh, good morning.
Morning. I wonder if I may see you and your husband at your earliest possible convenience.
Well, yeah, of course. Hold on a second. Seneca? It's, Judge DeCourcy. He wants to see us as soon as possible.
My morning's pretty free. How's yours?
All right, I just have to cancel one appointment. Your Honor?
Huh?
We could, be there in about a half hour. Is that all right?
Fine.
Is something wrong?
I have some new input on the situation, and there are a few questions I'd like to ask you.
All right, fine. We'll see you as soon as we can.
Good. I appreciate your cooperation. Goodbye.
Bye.
Roger, I've been thinking about what you said, and you're right about Faith in the house.
No?
I had a little talk with Bobby last night. We had supper together. He said to me, it's Roger's house, and it's Roger's sister, and even though you're married, kid, Roger is right. Now, look, personally, I think she doesn't really want to go upstairs. I mean, it's just too much room for her. But I think you were right about what you said.
I'm glad to hear that. And give my best to your brother next time you see him.
But, look, I gotta know one thing. You do want to apply for custody of little John, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because, look, the judge is going to want to know how little John is going to live. Now, I think we have to come to some kind of mature solution for this and some kind of a compromise. So I took your suggestion about knocking through that wall and having a room up front for little John, but I kind of expanded on it. I got a sketch. Hold on. Well, it's just kind of sketchy, but okay. Now, first of all, we go through right over there. But while we're at it, I thought, well, maybe we could put a walk-in closet on this side and then a second bathroom. Little John would make a mess in your bathroom. You would really hate it.
Dee.
No, whoa. Wait till I finish. Wait till I finish. I got the best part. Now, you see, if we put the closet in over here, and we need a closet because I'm going crazy with this closet space, and the bathroom over here, that cuts down on little John's space over here. But then I came up with a brainstorm. You have a huge space that's not even being used. Now, what's this round thing over here?
I have no idea.
A spiral staircase, right down to the basement. Now, in the basement could be little John's playroom and then a nanny's room, in case she wants to stay over in case we're out late. And then a half a bathroom in case he's finger painting or something like that. He doesn't want to come upstairs.
Delia, are you out of your mind? I mean, the basement is ancient. There's no ventilation. It floods 2 or 3 times a year. I mean, it's not fit for a storage room, much less human habitation.
No, you can fix anything if you want to. You get a plumber in there, you get an electrician, you have someone plaster the walls. Look, I have ballpark figures right over here. And we can get a contractor in to check them.
$65,000.
Yeah, give or take a couple of dollars here and there. But you see, you got to think of it in terms of increasing your property value and equity.
Delia, it is out of the question.
Roger, you said certain things to me.
I said that I would take out the wall and make a room for little John, and I'd even go along with a walk-in closet. I mean, it would give me a place to hang my suits. But that's it.
Roger, you said to me that you would give me anything that I wanted.
Delia, don't you understand that I see why you're doing this? You want Faith's house, and you're trying to manipulate me by an exaggerated plan of renovation.
My little boy needs some space.
Space, Delia. A room. But he doesn't need the nursery suite at Buckingham Palace. No, Dee. And you've got to get used to hearing that N-O, no. No spiral staircase, no nanny's room, no half a bath, and that's it. Now I'm going to go take a shower.
Stingy. Stingy.
Please sit down.
Thank you.
I appreciate your responding to my call so promptly.
Well, we're anxious to get this moving just as quickly as possible.
Indeed. Well, Dr. Bolak, the matter at hand primarily concerns you. It's been called to my attention that you may have suppressed certain information that casts a different light on your early relationship with Edmund, and perhaps on your relationship with your wife. Is it true that shortly after Edmund's birth, you discovered that you could not, in fact, be his natural father? That you kept this information from Mrs. Polak for many months?
That's right. I did.
Why'd you do that?
Well, Your Honor, at that time, Jillian had just gone through an enormous emotional trauma with Edmund's natural father. Biological facts just didn't seem as important to me as what he had to offer in terms of time and attention, which wasn't very much.
I see, and you felt that justified your lie.
No. At least now I know that it didn't. When Jillian found out, she was angry and very rightly broke off with me. But eventually we got back together. You see, because we love each other and because we both love Edmund. Now, she's forgiven me. That issue is in the past.
Nevertheless, it may have reverberations on your future together. Would you say your action might indicate a certain, controlling aspect in your in your makeup?
Your Honor, I am aware of that, and I am trying to overcome it. Jillian says that I've made progress.
Mrs. Bolak, have there been any problems in your marriage thus far?
I can honestly say no. When Seneca proposed marriage, he offered me a formal marriage contract, which anticipated a lot of issues that would cause problems and solutions. Now, it's true that we did have a problem with control between us, but that was a long time ago. And I feel now we've found a way to work through that. And I know we're happy.
You see, Your Honor, Jillian has resolved her doubts about me as a father and a husband. I hope you will.
That's the purpose of this meeting, Doctor.
Well, is there anything more I can say or do? Maybe we could bring some witnesses.
I doubt that would be necessary. It may be a question of time.
You said 6 months from the date we were married.
That was as I originally understood the situation. But as of now, if the adoption goes forward, it may not be with the streamlined basis that we considered before.
It would be longer.
Possibly, very probably.
May I ask you a question of my own?
Certainly.
Can you tell me where this information came from?
I'm afraid not, Dr. Bolak. It was given to me in confidence.
Of course.
Hey, Frank, what are you doing here? Hi.
Hi.
Nobody was outside, so I...
Georgia went to have some keys made.
Oh. Well, I see you're still cleaning up, Nance.
It's a compulsion. I like things tidy. I guess you came by to see Frank?
Yeah, you see, I got a message at the hospital, and, yeah, it just says Frank called, period. So I thought I'd stop by. He's not here.
Went to the orientation meeting in Washington. I guess he just wanted to say hello and goodbye and ask about Faith and Tom.
Well, probably. He and I haven't really connected since he got back because I've been on duty mostly. Well, anyway. I'm sorry I missed him.
Well, how are they?
Faith had incipient pneumonia and we caught it. She's a little upset still. Do you know the story?
Maeve told Frank. He tried to kill her up in the country. Pat, why?
Well, not for any rational reason. He just wasn't in control, that's clear.
Some kind of mental aberration.
Well, mental or physical, we don't know which. And we may not find out. We're just doing everything we can to keep him alive.
Senator Ryan's office? No, not till next week. But I'm going to see him tomorrow. Can I take a message? Right. Okay. Okay, bye. Excuse me.
This is in Washington that you're going to see Frank?
Yeah, Bob and I are going up for the orientation meeting.
Does this mean that you're staying on his staff?
I meant to call you about that. I mean, from the medical aspect, a good doctor in Washington. Frank offered me a job on his Washington staff. I'm going to be down there permanently. As permanently as anything can be in politics. I'll be in New York all the time, but only on the run.
That's quite a piece of news. You're happy about it?
Very.
Well, then I'm happy for you. Tell me about the job.
It's sort of a Person Friday kind of thing. It's what Georgia does, only she's going to be running things here. general factotum and chief go-between between the New York and Washington offices. Well, that's what I wanted to check with you about. Is it okay for me to be doing so much traveling?
Oh, sure. As long as you're using a train or a plane. Hitchhiking or walking would be out of the question. By the way, I will need some final set of x-rays for my memory book. When do you make the move?
Couple of weeks. I gotta find a place to stay. Do you believe it? Nancy Feldman in Washington. They ought to make a movie. Oh, my father is beside himself.
And your mother is weak with relief?
That too. Or she would be if she knew.
You're clear about your reasons, then?
I need a job. I like working for Frank. I like Ryan's in general. This offers me an exciting, challenging opportunity. And yes, I am making a step in the direction of putting some physical distance between us.
I thought I got that message.
Pat, there's no hidden message. It's all perfectly straight. Things were going too far between us.
Well, look, you don't have to go to all this trouble. Was I going to make a nuisance of myself? I plan to see you only in the safety of the outpatient clinic.
You still will? I'll come in for checkups.
Checkups and maybe a pastrami sandwich at Greenberg's every 6 weeks or so. Come on, you can't ask for a better chaperone than normal.
Maybe. After a while.
Say when.
When we can be together and not feel what we're feeling now.
That's going to be a while.
Yes.
Okay. But tell the junior senator from the state of New York he's a very lucky guy. And if he doesn't treat you right, his kid brother's going to come down and beat him up. And I hope the job is everything you want it to be.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I hope you find somebody nice and appropriately...
Jewish?
Yes. So long.
Bye.
Miriam?
Had to be Frank.
Miriam! She must have taken Edmund for a walk.
There's no one else it could be.
Yeah, well, I'm afraid that you're right. The only other people that would object to your adopting Edmund are Maeve and Johnny, and they'd never do anything like this.
No. It was Frank, all right. He lowered the old political boom. I wonder what he promised to Corsi.
I wouldn't assume that there was any payoff at all. All he had to do was tell him the details. The judge had to react to the idea of your lying.
Are you defending Frank?
Hardly. I'm as angry as you are, but there's nothing that we can do about it.
No. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. In about 2 minutes, I'm going to leave here, and I am going to go over to Frank's, and I'm going to confront him with it. No, he wants to play rough. I can play rough, too. And I'll tell you something. A lot more people are going to be interested in what I have to say about Frank Ryan than in what Frank Ryan has to say about me.
Seneca, no. Now, you don't know the effect of these proceedings. Now, if it means waiting a couple of more months, a little longer, so we wait in a dignified way. If you go and threaten Frank, he is sure to tell de Corsi.
You got a point.
Listen to me. If Frank wants to be vindictive, let him. But you don't have to be that way now or ever. We have been through enough. Now the judge knows all about the past.
Frank is the one who's keeping it alive. And what the devil for? He doesn't want Edmund. I mean, is he trying to get back at us?
It doesn't make any difference. So we wait. I suppose Frank feels that we will split up by then. He doesn't have too much confidence in this marriage.
You think that he thinks that he's going to win eventually? That you're going to end up on his doorstep with Edmund? Is that it?
I don't know. I don't know what he has on his mind. But let's prove to him that he's wrong about us. So we wait quietly, confidently. We prove to the judge and to Frank that the three of us belong together. Huh?
Okay.
You won't go to Frank?
No. No, I won't go to Frank.
You promise? It's important to me.
I promise.
Good. Hey, you want to walk me to work?
No, I have a phone call to make.
Senica, you don't call him either.
I don't call him either.
Good. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Yes, Ray Woodard, please.
Every weekend, girls just want to have fun. It's Gilmore Girls on SoapNet. Catch back-to-back episodes of one of TV's most popular shows. Saturday nights at 9 and Sundays at 6. Gilmore Girls on SoapNet.